Hi, everybody. Hello, we're going to get started. Yeah, definitely. So, Lawrence, we need the folks up here. Kim? Johnny has a seat up here. Thank you. We got enough. And Carrie. Great. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming out today for this exciting groundbreaking celebration of McCormick's new Northeast Distribution Center. I'm Lori Robinson, and I'd like to welcome you all today. I know it's a little chilly, but we're excited to be here and to kick off on time. I'd like to sincerely thank our attendees from the state, the county, Trade Point Atlantic, McCormick, and the media who are here with us today. Just as a reminder, you guys are doing great, but let's please continue to adhere to our COVID-19 safety protocols and to keep your masks on during the entire event. To begin the groundbreaking ceremony today, we're going to start off with Lawrence Kurzius, McCormick's Chairman, President, and CEO, followed by Governor Hogan, County Executive Johnny Olszewski, and Carrie Dole, who's Trade Point Atlantic's Managing Director. And then following that, we're going to have some brief remarks, and then we'll officially do the groundbreaking ceremony. And then we'll take some photos, and then we're going to have each organization go to the far corners of the tent for media interviews. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Lawrence Kurzius for a few remarks. Thank you all for coming.
Great, thank you, Lori, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the site of McCormick and Company's new Northeast Distribution Center here at Trade Point Atlantic. I'm pleased you've been able to join us today. I apologize about the weather. We must not have paid our weather bill. For more than 130 years, McCormick has made Maryland our home, with our headquarters located right here in Baltimore County. As a global leader in flavor with nearly 13,000 employees, including 2,500 employees working here locally, we understand our role in supporting communities where we live, work, and operate. Breaking ground on our new state-of-the-art Northeast Distribution Center is another milestone for us in our history of providing jobs and making investments that expand our infrastructure to support our growing business. This $300 million investment follows the other investments we've made recently, including in 2018 as we open our new global headquarters in Hunt Valley. These investments taken together represent nearly $500 million right here in Maryland in just the last few years. I'd like to thank the members of our McCormick management team here with us today for their leadership, hard work, diligence, and dedication to bringing this project to life. I'd also like to thank Governor Larry Hogan and Baltimore County John Olszewski, who's got the second hardest name to pronounce here after mine, for their continued partnership. Together, we've been able to ensure that we keep highly skilled manufacturing and distribution jobs local. Just this year alone, we've hired over 300 new operations team members right here in Maryland to support our growing business, even with the pandemic. Governor Hogan, I'd like to thank you for keeping Maryland open for business. And finally, I'd like to thank the Trade Point Atlantic team for working with us to find the perfect location to build our largest distribution center in the world. Now, before I hand the program over to Governor Hogan, let me tell you a bit more about our new Northeast Distribution Center. In 2022, the 1.8 million square foot state-of-the-art facility will optimize our network in this region, consolidating multiple warehouses and leveraging automation to improve productivity and drive efficiency. We expect to have approximately 200 employees located here at this facility at Trade Point. Consistent with our purpose-led performance sustainability initiatives, the Northeast Distribution Center will feature world-class energy-efficient systems, including a large solar power system on the facility's roof. Upon completion, we'll also pursue LEED Gold certification for the center, making it the second new building in our network here in Maryland to achieve this notable certification that represents the highest level of sustainability. In closing, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here for the official groundbreaking ceremony today. We're proud to be taking this next step, and we're looking forward to the beginning of construction. I now have the distinct pleasure of introducing our governor, the Honorable Governor Larry Hogan, Jr.
Well, thank you all very, very much. Beautiful, warm, sunny day out here today, as long as we don't blow away. But it's really great to be with all of you. First of all, thank you, Lawrence, and congratulations to you and the entire, I shouldn't have touched this, the entire McCormick team and Trade Point Atlantic and everyone who has been involved in this exciting achievement for McCormick, for Baltimore County, and for the entire state of Maryland. Right after I was sworn in as governor, in fact, right after I was elected governor back in 2014, we committed to doing everything possible to help this iconic 131-year-old Maryland company stay and expand in our state. And we let them know how valued they were, how much we wanted to do to keep them here, and that we were going to do everything we possibly could to try to keep their headquarters here. There are thousands of jobs from moving out of the state. And I said I just couldn't imagine Old Bay being made in Pennsylvania or anywhere else. We had to keep them here. And that was 5 years ago. And I'm proud to say that McCormick is not only here to stay with a new 350,000 square foot global headquarters, which opened 2 years ago in Hunt Valley, but that McCormick is also continuing to expand their footprint here in Maryland with the addition of this massive 1.8 million square foot state-of-the-art Northeast Distribution Center. This homegrown company is continuing historic investment in the Baltimore region and in the future of our state. Once construction is complete, this facility will represent the largest distribution site for McCormick in the world. Equally as important, McCormick will join the likes of Amazon, Under Armour, Purdue, and many others as tenants of this Trade Point Atlantic Industrial Park, which serves as a critical gateway to domestic and global markets and an incredible economic generator for the state of Maryland. From its early days when thousands here made the steel that built our country's bridges and skyscrapers, this important site has played a tremendous role in the history of our state and our economy, and we're so proud to see it once again become a shining example of industry and economic development. 2020 has been an unprecedented and very difficult year for all of us. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken a terrible toll on our communities and wreaked havoc on our national and state economies. In response, our business community has been forced to make immense sacrifices to help us save the lives of Marylanders and to keep Maryland safely open for business. Yet in spite of the most daunting challenges of our lifetime, the fact that McCormick is still moving forward with its plans to expand and open this new facility here at Trade Point Atlantic is yet another testament to the incredible resilience and dedication of this great Maryland company. Today's groundbreaking is a powerful example that Maryland is still open for business, and I pledge to you that as long as I'm governor, I will continue to help job creators like McCormick not only survive this economic crisis, but continue to thrive here in the great state of Maryland. So I want to again thank Lawrence, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here with all of you. I want to say congratulations to Trade Point Atlantic and to McCormick. And at this time, I want to ask Lawrence to come up for a second so I can present him with a governor's citation to mark this exciting occasion.
Well, thank you, Governor Hogan, and thank you for that citation as well. Thank you for your kind words and that citation, which is a wonderful surprise and quite an honor. Representing Baltimore County, I'd now like to introduce the County Executive, Honorable John Olszewski Jr., who will say a few words.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is a pleasure to be with you today. I especially want to thank our partners at the state and Governor Hogan for their support here at Trade Point with this critical project and with all of the incredible activity happening here. Lawrence, thank you and the entire McCormick team for your continued investment in Baltimore County. We are so proud to see this iconic brand continue to grow here in our county. Thank you as well to Carrie Doyle and everyone at Trade Point Atlantic. Thanks to your partnership and your hard work, Trade Point Atlantic and Sparrows Point continues to thrive and grow into an economic powerhouse for our entire region, serving as one of the biggest e-commerce hubs in the country. This site in Sparrows Point and McCormick are institutions in Baltimore County with rich histories and deep ties to many of our communities. Both institutions are anchors in Baltimore County, providing opportunities for our workers and stability for our communities. Today, as Trade Point Atlantic and McCormick continue to grow, I'm proud to see these institutions come together in a move that will strengthen our county and our state and provide more opportunities for our working families, especially amid the COVID-19 crisis and its economic impact. I grew up not too far from here in the shadow of the steel mill that once produced so much economic activity and opportunity for families across our region. Thousands of workers were right here at Bethlehem Steel, producing steel for the Mid-Atlantic region, the nation, and the world. This site produced strong pay and benefits that supported families as they pursued their version of the American dream. And as that mill shuttered its doors, we all knew that there would be a void that would be hard to fill. But Trade Point Atlantic continues to breathe new life into Sparrows Point. And despite the economic toll of COVID-19, with our proud partnership, they continue to grow and have added over 8,000 jobs to our economy since the redevelopment began here. More than 20 companies have a presence here, including other big names like Amazon and Under Armour. And today, where Bethlehem Steel once stood, we add another major global company to the list of those breaking ground and bringing the promise of more good jobs. McCormick's expansion to Trade Point Atlantic only further strengthens our redevelopment efforts here. So the people of Baltimore County and the state of Maryland can take pride in knowing this peninsula is once again an engine driving growth for our entire region and the state. That progress and the stability provided is particularly important in a moment when so many of our families we know are struggling. In this time, it's critical to have economic engines like Trade Point with anchors like McCormick and the job opportunities that are associated with both. And McCormick has been a true partner, not just in building jobs here, but through this crisis, donating millions to the food banks and charities across the globe, including the Maryland Food Bank, United Way of Central Maryland, and the Maryland Restaurant Relief Fund. Likewise, we are grateful for the generosity of those associated with TPA for their support of our COVID Relief Fund here in Baltimore County. We are grateful for all of your work to support struggling families during these challenging times and for your continued investment in Baltimore County. With this new distribution site, McCormick brings 200 new jobs to our region. Already employing over 2,000 workers in Baltimore County, you remain one of our top employers and a key part to our local economy. This is great news for Baltimore County communities. Thank you again for investing in our county and for investing in our workers. You know, it's been a challenging year for all of us, but this should be something that gives us all optimism for the future. Today, our county and our state become stronger, and we in Baltimore County couldn't be more proud to play a role in that work. Thank you again for your partnership, and congratulations.
Thank you, Executive Olszewski. As our last speaker, I'd like to introduce Managing Director of Trade Point Atlantic, Carrie Doyle.
Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Governor Hogan and County Executive Olszewski, and everybody else who's had a hand in making this day a reality. Today, we welcome McCormick back to the shores of the Patapsco and bring together a world-class brand with an iconic site. Today is truly a great day for the state of Maryland. To Lawrence and the McCormick team, we are extremely grateful for this opportunity and are humbled that you've entrusted Trade Point Atlantic with delivering one of your most strategic facilities. This state-of-the-art facility will be instrumental in supporting McCormick's continued growth for decades to come. Its design is a reflection of McCormick's commitment to both innovation but also corporate sustainability. This facility will raise the bar in both respects. We could not be prouder to be a part of McCormick's incredible story moving forward and genuinely value the relationships that we've established with your team. I want to speak for a minute about the partnerships that have helped bring us to this day. It's somewhat ironic that I was standing not too far from here about 6 years ago, actually right over there next to the old steel admin building, looking out over about 17 million square feet of partially demolished steelmaking structures. And you know, really, I recall two thoughts going through my head at that point in time. One was, what the heck did we just get ourselves into? And the other was that we had a lot of hard work ahead of us. And you know, we could not have taken on a project of this scale without coordination and partnerships with state and local government. To Governor Hogan, this redevelopment was just commencing when you began your first term, and it has flourished under your leadership. Your clear vision for making Maryland open for business gave us the ability to compete on both a national and international stage. You've created an environment of certainty in an uncertain time and have continued to allow business to flourish. We would not be here today without your support and your leadership. To County Executive Olszewski, as you mentioned, you grew up in the shadows of the steel mill, and your commitment to this community and this redevelopment is second to none. Through your forward thinking and support, we've been able to rebuild critical roadways and utilities to attract global commerce. Your efforts to expedite permitting and heighten coordination within the county have allowed us to deliver for our customers time and time again. We're confident that this project will be no different, and we could not be more thankful to have you as our county executive. This redevelopment is really the embodiment of what can be achieved when the public sector and private sector and community unite under common interests and goals. Standing here 6 years later, a few things come to mind. We still have a lot of hard work ahead of us, but as a result of the partnerships that have been forged, we've never been in a better position to continue that hard work. Together, we will fully realize a once-in-a-generational opportunity to reimagine a former steel mill as a global logistics center teeming with opportunity and new jobs. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Carrie. And now I'd like to invite our speakers down to the front where we will have the groundbreaking.
Okay, guys, we're going to take some quick photos, and then we're going to head to media stations. For media, we're going to have the governor's team here. To my right, we're actually going to have the governor's team to the right, McCormick team to the left. In the far right, we're going to have the county executive team for interview, and the far left, we have QPA. Thank you.
We'll go second.
This side. Okay.
Near you, but 6 feet away. From you guys. You know, if you put an umbrella that's 6 feet long. I know.
Enjoying the warmth out here today? I really wanted to Especially Phil, I was aiming for. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Governor.
So, Governor, what do you make of this? How many jobs is this going to create?
But this is a really exciting opportunity. I mean, tremendous investment by McCormick. I mentioned earlier that they really were thinking of moving to Pennsylvania back in 2014. I talked to them during the campaign when I was running for governor. I talked to them the day after the election to say we were going to do everything we could to keep them here. Not only they keep their headquarters, but now this additional expansion of this facility here at Trade Point Atlantic, and it's they've already got a couple thousand jobs here in Maryland, and they're going to add several hundred more here when this gets up and operational. It's also a great day for Trade Point Atlantic. I came to this site when there was nothing here but old buildings that had to be torn down right after I was elected, and it's absolutely phenomenal what's happened here over a little over 5 years.
Can I switch gears if no one minds? I'm just curious if you brought up the campaign. Has President-elect Biden or his administration reached out to you or any of the other governors or Governors Association yet to discuss what happens now?
Not yet, but obviously, I expressed concern earlier in the week about the fact that we are in the middle of this COVID crisis and economic fallout, and it's critically important for us to have some communication because right now there's a little bit of, I think, nothing getting done, from the outgoing administration and the incoming administration. The governors are out here fighting. We need some help. We need that additional stimulus package to get through Congress, and we really need to get everybody working together.
Governor, what do you make of the restrictions put in place by Anne Arundel County today, reducing capacity for dining and gatherings? What's your option on that? And agree with that? Or?
As we've said repeatedly, we take actions that we believe are necessary at the state level, and state law gives county leaders the opportunity to take additional actions that are more strict if they decide to. And so I didn't hear his announcement today, but they certainly have taken different actions from us for the past 9 months.
Sir, we've been hearing for a couple of weeks now about delays to Marylanders getting their SNAP benefits. Are you hearing about staffing shortages at DHS?
No, but we heard of 1 or 2 instances, but we've actually been helping hundreds of thousands of people. However, I think today we might have some announcements on some additional help that we're going to provide for the people that provide SNAP benefits.
DHS says it's getting 10,000 calls a day for
Yeah.
its call center, only 110 people answering the phones. What else can be done?
We can hire more people.
Are you planning to do so?
I'm going to let you save some of that for this afternoon, or else you won't come to the press conference.
We'll be there. Don't worry,
Yeah.
we'll be there.
All right, thank you, guys.
Sorry, Bill.
So is it easier if we come to you, or if you guys want to come to us? We're happy just to bring them down if you guys don't want to move. Yeah.
Just bring them over here.
I can uncrowd. No, I just had to uncrowd and then recrowd.
That's an awful position to be in.
No, I just have to swap my arms out. I love the gray polish. Did you just get? I mean, it's chip free or that is. There he is. Okay.
Come to you. How's that?
Now
that's
all right. What do you think about this Trade Point Atlanta here?
Look, this is a national model for what's possible, and this is an economic engine that can't be replicated. It's a gem for Baltimore County, for the state, for the entire Mid-Atlantic region. So we are thrilled to welcome another iconic brand to this site to join the likes of Under Armour, Harley-Davidson, and Amazon.
You were talking to the governor earlier. Obviously, the coronavirus came up. Can we see more restrictions in Baltimore County? What do you think?
So, first of all, I again told the governor that we supported the actions he took earlier this week. We think that we are seeing in Baltimore County and across the state very serious increase in case counts and hospitalizations. It's very concerning. So I first just gave him my affirmation and support for what he's decided. Reiterated that we want to partner, we want to help the state be successful by coordination with the local governments and state governments. We're going to continue to track the data. I know the governor has another announcement today, so we're going to wait to see what the governor has to say. We'll continue to evaluate the data here in Baltimore County and determine if, after the governor speaks today, if there are additional steps we have to take.
Can I ask you this? We're supposed to wear masks, and we're supposed to wear them outside. It's a statewide mandate. But is it time to just make masks mandatory? There's so many places, so many people who don't, and I'm assuming it's very difficult to enforce.
Yeah, so, we were a couple weeks ahead of the state in issuing the first mandatory indoor mask mandate. The health guidance suggests that we should wear it outside, particularly when we can't socially distance. We support people using common sense. Wear your mask. It's the best tool that we have to stop the spread. It's the only way we're going to be able to keep our businesses open, get our kids back into the schools that we have, and beat this virus. Wear a mask, and it's unfortunate it requires a mandate to do it because the science has become clear. It works. It helps save lives. So please just wear a mask, regardless of what the instructions are or what the requirements are.
Sir, can you speak to the mask enforcement that's happening in Baltimore County?
Yeah, so we are partnering with our social distancing task force. We performed over 5,200 checks of businesses to date. That has led to both citations up to closures in a couple of instances. We need to have our businesses and residents alike take this deadly virus seriously. We don't have the mask requirement because we want to. We're doing it because we want to save lives. We want to keep businesses open. So please keep working with us. This is not a punitive thing. This is how we keep you open. This is how we save lives.
You're not ready to do it outside as well?
Well, look, we already issued guides that people should wear them, particularly when they can't socially distance. If we're not seeing it, and again, depending on what the state says today, looking at the numbers, we're going to make an announcement if we have to in the days ahead about what else we might need to happen here in Baltimore County.
Mr. County Executive, on McCormick, was it always a given this day would happen, or with COVID, were you ever nervous that a lot of companies are backing up plans, even international companies right now? Was that a concern?
Yeah, so two concerns. First of all, is that we're competing not just across other state lines, we're competing internationally. And so the fact that we were able to keep the headquarters in Hunt Valley and now have their largest distribution site here in Baltimore County, here in the state, is a big deal. When you layer on the fact that COVID has had so many others slowing down or stopping operations, the fact that McCormick has confidence to keep moving forward here in Baltimore County, here in the state of Maryland, is a really big deal, and I don't want to undersell it at all. So
Tax base wise, is that also a boost in addition to employment?
Absolutely. Look, we're seeing across the country, local governments and state governments are seeing significant revenue reductions because of COVID. Anything that has construction jobs and ongoing jobs, as this project will have, we welcome with open arms, and we welcome the partnership with the state of Maryland, local private business, and local government.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, John.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah.
About that.